Here we go, people. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, a very special Saturday edition because we are joined by none other, and I am talking straight from the bowels of Bayonne, New Jersey. It is the legend himself, the Jersey Kid from Jersey Kid Picks. He joins us via the Miami Acura hotline. And Jersey, it's been a very interesting Saturday thus far, but we've got some games coming up here in about the next 15 minutes, the 3:30 slate of games. We're going to get to some of the games that you like, get your thoughts on there. But how's your Saturday been so far, my friend?
Joe, or should I call you Rain Man?
Either way.
It started off pretty good so far today. You know, we're rocking and rolling off last night. We had some great games. We started the week crazy college football so far, 10-2 since Tuesday. We're hoping to deliver Northwestern, our top-rated game right now at 12 o'clock. We just hit with Massachusetts, but we look like we're going to lose with Eastern Michigan. So we're teetering right now. We need this Northwestern right now. Yeah,
those of you that are joining us via Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, welcome in Saturday edition. To get you caught up right now, a few of the scores. Vandy is all over Arkansas, 44-24 there. Iowa Tech, Iowa State, they're knotted up at 31 apiece, about 11 minutes left to go there in the third. You heard Jersey Kid talk about Northwestern, Wisconsin, 31-17 with about 5 to go in the fourth there. And the Big Ten matchup, Purdue versus Michigan State. Michigan State holding on to a 3-point lead, 16-13 over Purdue with about 5 minutes left to go in that game. And Jersey, I got to tell you, I know it's an exciting time for you guys in the northeast part of the country. Legalized gambling all over the place. More and more states are hopping aboard right now. How would you describe what's happened so far in New Jersey, the sports books that have been popping up there? What's it been like for sports bettors right now in the area?
It's amazing. You know, I'll tell you the truth, Joe. Everywhere you go, there's a buzz. You would think there's like a Big Ten game between Ohio State and Penn State going off. Every time you turn around, there's different guys. And you know what? There's sports bars opening up all over the place. And I'm not talking about sports bars. I'm talking about sports bars that belong in, like, Alabama and LSU. We got this Azooks up here. They're a franchise, and this Bubba's, too. Holy cow. Everybody's going out to watch the games. We'll be all rolling out tonight. We'll do a video or two tonight out. We'll be watching the World Series, and we're watching a couple of the college football games. But people are getting their tickets, putting them in their pockets, going home, and they're going out for dinner.
Having a good time, too, and it's growing. I mean, it's growing leaps and bounds, certainly in the Northeast, and I know New Mexico also. Welcome in New Mexico to the sports betting world. The NHL just is getting ready to announce a major partnership with sports betting and casinos. I mean, it's getting crazy, Jersey Kid. It won't be long before all 50 states, or at least we hope, all 50 states will eventually be allowed to have sports betting, and it'll be legalized.
Joe, honestly, I can't believe Florida's not already in the mix, because I know everybody in Florida is betting on sports because all my friends live down there. But that's one state I shake my head, like Florida, Texas, California. I mean, come on. Jersey's going to do the right stuff with the money. I'm telling you right now, they're going to use the money the right way, because all the business guys over here won't let them just piss it away, that's for sure.
Yeah, amen to that.
So,
yeah,
a good thing. You know, we got a lot of people right now that see opportunity, like I've told you before. Just the average sports gambler can just be like a casual person that learns how to make an extra few dollars wagering on sports. And here's the thing, like, if we deliver Northwestern, great. You know, we got another top-rated game going out in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes starting. We took Iowa plus 5.5 in Happy Valley. You know, they're undefeated on the road right now, 2-0. They've winners of 3 in a row, and they're 6-1. And Penn State's nasty over there, okay? They're nasty over there, 16, 17 wins in the last couple of years. But we're going to take a shot and roll the dice with the Hawkeyes. I think they got the defense. They were close a few years ago. They got down to that Final Four. So I think Iowa's got a shot at the upset. You know, I'm a longtime Penn State fan, but when you're wagering on these games, Joe, you can't be a fan. You got to try and put your money where you're going to win. So that's what we're doing with that game at 3:30.
All right, perfect. That's one of the games. Also, I will go on record to say congratulations. It took 48 hours, but eventually the Dodgers ended up winning a game. You were all over the Dodgers yesterday. I know all of the folks that subscribe to you. And by the way, if you haven't done so, check it out, JerseyKidPicks.com. Make sure you go there and check out, become part of the Alert family. He sends out the alerts. You sent one out last night regarding the Dodgers. Everyone thought for sure Boston was going to be a shoo-in, that they were just pretty much probably going to sweep this series. But 18 innings later, and your Dodgers prevailed. Your Dodger pick did well last night.
Joe, you know what that pick was good for? That pick was just great for being sitting on the edge of your seat. Now, we had our top-rated game. We got lucky. We hit our Friday Night Lights game of the year. Once a year, you get to give a game out. You know, it's already week 7 or 8, and I couldn't feel better about the Utah pick. Big fan of Ty Willingham. Ever since the days when I was in the Sugar Bowl, I believe it was in 2008, and they played Alabama, and they were getting 8 or 10, and me and all my boys were down there. Next thing you know, Utah blowout, killed Alabama. I'll never forget that. But that's how good of a coach he is, that he's still got his team playing at this high level, and it's 8, 9 years later, and you don't hear much about the Utahs, you know, and you don't hear much about the TCUs and the Boise's, but this Utah team, they're nasty. They got a good defense every year, and you cannot just line up and pound the ball and run it down their throats because they're too good. So, you know, that was good to have Utah last night, but the Dodgers, you know what? Nobody can tell you, oh, that was a lock. Come on. Took 18 innings, a home run, an error, a stolen base, a pissed-off manager. I mean, think about it. Now, listen, we've been lucky with the World Series. Last year I was 6-1 in the World Series picks. This year we're already 3-0 with 3-1 with the total. We had Boston the first 2 games, and we came back with the Dodgers. Only reason we came back with the Dodgers, Joe, is because they're at home. Surroundings are friendly. Top pitcher on the mound, young gun. You got to give the young gun an edge with the adrenaline pumping to go out there and win one for the boys. And you know what? Momentum's a funny game, Joe. A funny game. Once you get it, you better keep it, because if you lose it, gradually the other team starts to pull it. You see how it goes in these football games. Well, it works like that in baseball too. So tonight's pick, I'm not releasing anything right here on tonight's pick because it's not necessary. I'm giving a couple picks out with Iowa, okay, with the 5.5. I would also look into I would take Georgia today. You know, they got shut down. That's also a 3:30 game going off. They got shut down last week by LSU, Joe, and they're a very, very athletically gifted team, especially at the skill positions with their quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs out of the backfield. So I'm thinking right now, okay, you know, Mullins transferred over to Florida, and look, he's put them right on the map. Their defense is rock solid, but I just believe somehow, some way that the Bulldogs are a top team. They're like number 2 or 3 or maybe 4 in the country, and I believe a top team always deserves a second shot at a bounce-back game, and I think that Georgia pretty much does a good job with this game today, throwing the ball. I think they can stretch it down the field, hit a couple big home runs. I think maybe Georgia pulls it out. I think it's high-scoring, Joe. I don't know. Maybe Georgia 37, Florida 20, something like that.
Ooh, okay. So you got Georgia covering today, and you also have the Iowa Hawkeyes taking care of business against Penn State in Happy Valley. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got 2. Those are just 2 selections that we handed out at our second alert today at 3:30. But obviously, we got our alerts that go out periodically throughout the day. We'll have our college football game of the week on it. We're 6-3 with our college football game of the week so far this year. I'm expecting to win again with this one. I've got another live dog. That's why I like college football so much, because there are teams that they have to make fit. There are teams they have to make favorite, okay? And I got a team tonight going that should be a 10-point favorite, and they're getting points. So we'll keep it at that. We'll see how we hit. We'll see if we can hit it. It'd be nice to go to 7-3 with our game of the week, but we'll keep that one under the hat for now as well. We want people to join. Don't get me wrong. We give you a couple games to try and entice you to join, but there's no guarantees I'm going to deliver Georgia or Iowa, but it's most likely going to happen.
Yes, well, it certainly has. Anybody that's been following Jersey Kid Picks from the beginning of the college football season knows how well he has been doing. And, you know, Jersey, it's funny. We talk about this. Usually our nights are crazy. Last night we had an 18 inning baseball game that, you know, everybody who had action on that game was up until 3:30 in the morning on the East Coast at the least. And then, you know, unfortunately, Hawaii has been competitive this year. So then we're stuck on the East Coast being up until 4 o'clock in the morning watching Hawaii games as well, aren't we?
Yeah, well, that's the most exciting thing about building your bankroll. When you have systems and formulas that do win consistently, you can put wagers in and go to sleep with the confidence you're going to wake up winning. But again, you know, this isn't an easy business, but you know what? It's doable if you have control. For instance, anybody that joined our membership, thank goodness, on Monday of this week, doesn't even have to bet the rest of the day. If we hit this Northwestern top-rated game, I don't know. We're on the phone, so I'm not watching scores right now. But, I mean, if you joined Monday, you lost. But if you joined Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're ahead. You've got to control yourself. I mean, I can go on a 5-6 game losing streak. It happens, right?
Yep,
so
it
don't
does.
Give it all back when you. But that's what people do. They say, "Oh shit, I'm betting 200 a game. I'm up. Next you know, they're betting 2,000 a game." Don't do that. Have fun. Wager like a gentleman. Collect the money. Take your girl to dinner. I told you last time, you can't become consumed.
Yes.
You still have to be Joe Raineri, the radio show host. You got to go out and be, you know, Joe Raineri, the boyfriend or the father or whatever you got, right?
Right.
So everybody's got to do the same thing. You just can't become consumed because they get you. That's how they get you.
They suck you right in. By the way, Northwestern up 31-17 over Wisconsin. 40 seconds left in that game. It's also a final in Arkansas. Arkansas loses at home to Vanderbilt 45-31. And Texas Tech and Iowa State, they are still locked up 31 apiece there with just about 7 minutes left to go. 2 minutes left in the Michigan State-Purdue game. Michigan State still up by 3, 16-13 there. And if you are just joining us, Jersey Kids picks via the Miami Acura hotline. He is joining us. He's got a couple of very interesting games getting ready to kick off here in just about 5 or 6 minutes. So if you haven't made your plays yet and you're looking for those plays, number one, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Jersey Kid, you like the Iowa Hawkeyes, man, taking on Penn State. Is that correct?
Joe, I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances that Iowa is ready for this game. Okay, it will not be easy. They will have to stop this passing attack that Penn State can possess in the flat. But you know what? Iowa has a good enough defense. They've shown they can win on the road. Okay, they've beaten decent teams. Okay, they're ready for this game. Okay, Penn State, I don't think they're as fresh. I don't think they're as fresh as Iowa. They've played some physical games. They had a brutal game against Ohio State. You know, sometimes it takes a toll on you, Joe, the physicalness of a game. And you might just say to yourself, oh, it's Iowa's coming in. But we're home, so maybe we don't really focus enough, or maybe we don't come out emotionally charged as we should, because it's only Iowa. It's not Ohio State. You understand? So I'll take my chances with the 5.5. I think I win the game by at least a touchdown, but I'll take the points and hope for the best.
Amen.
As far as that cocktail party, Gold members should be raising their glasses midway through the fourth quarter with Georgia in hand. This is a very talented team. Kirby Smart, I'm telling you right now, this Kirby Smart, okay, is an innovator. He's very similar to like this guy from the Rams, or even Brom from Purdue, or even Scotty Frost from Nebraska. You find these young coaches, they become innovators. They figure out ways how to get their players to run their systems instead of taking players, okay, and moving them into systems they're not going to be comfortable with. These are good coaches. Keep your eye on them. And I'll give you a little hint, Joe. I also like this Mario Cristobal. I think with Florida International, he went out to Oregon. He's taking them over. I watched them play the last few weeks, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I watched them play. They're very talented. They're good. They're getting better, and that's what you want to see when teams are getting better. Me personally, I wouldn't get sucked in on Florida State today. I'm a Clemson fan. I figured Clemson was going to win the game big. I know they were ahead early, 35-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was surprised I was actually surprised it took so long for Clemson to get up 14-0. But, you know, look at, you know, cream rises to the top. Now,
Amen.
Alabama, they're in this class of their own right now. Listen, Joe, it's important. because Alabama seems to be in this class of their own right now.
Yep.
Okay, and they are. And they've got the mobile quarterback, okay, and obviously the coach and the physical lines. But you don't want the team that's playing the best right now. You want the team that's playing the best in 3 or 4 weeks. So let's see what happens as this season unfolds. Right now, Bama's on top of the world right now, but there's some teams that are coming right now that are going to be very, very interesting to see how they get better in the next couple of weeks.
Yep, Northwestern, it is a final, so it's another one in the W column for Jersey Kid Picks, here. Northwestern 31-17, that is a final. And that Clemson game, there's still, unfortunately, 10 minutes left in it for Florida State fans. 59-3, Clemson has taken over. They scored 28 in the second and then 24 in the third, and they've kind of toned it back. They've only scored 7 in the fourth, but 59-3, 10 minutes left to go in that game. But you still have a couple of minutes to get part of the alerts here for Jersey Kid Picks. All you have to do, jerseykidpicks.com, go there, get yourself signed up. And when does the next round of alerts come out there, Jersey Kid?
Well, we'll be sending out like a 6 p.m. and then an 8:30 p.m. alert with our game of the week. But you never know. We always get surprised. We usually get a NASCAR alert or a Formula One alert going in the morning. But don't forget, there's always NHL and NBA, and we've been doing very well with all the sports. Gold members will tell you, nobody can win every day. Hey, listen, Joe, when we send out an alert and the alert fails, you can't panic, especially if it's 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock. People got to understand. It's like a menu when you go out to dinner. You look on the menu, you see what you like, you order, you taste it. If it's not that good, you eat a little more. Don't get panicked if we stub our toe. For some reason, if Iowa doesn't win and Georgia doesn't cover at 3:30, we don't panic. We get ready for the next alert that's coming. Yep. We have confidence that we know what we're doing and what we're doing. So you continue to surge ahead and load up on games. You don't play scared when you're getting games from me because I have no fear giving them to you. JerseyKidPicks.com.
That is where you go. Be part of the family. Get involved. Get his alerts. Enjoy the menu. Pick what you like from it. But he's already given you a couple on this afternoon's menu if you're just joining us. Iowa Hawkeyes getting points there. I believe 4.5, 5 points. And then, of course, you've got Georgia, the biggest cocktail party in the world. They're laying 7. He loves Georgia. So if you want to get on that train, the Jersey Kid Picks chain, get over to JerseyKidPicks.com. Kid, it's always a pleasure talking to you, brother. Thank you for stopping by here today. Enjoy the games. Good luck. We'll do this again next week.
All right, kid. I'll see you later. Have a good day.
You got it. Jersey Kid Picks. Make sure you guys head over there. Enjoy the games this afternoon. Goodbye. We will talk to you again next weekend.